Okay, there will be two parts. The first part will be a brief introduction of Zhongguo University, and then the introduction to School of Energy and Power Engineering. Okay. So the first part, I will introduce the university, and the university was established in 1896 in Nanyang College. It was founded in Shanghai, and after 60 years, then in 1956, it moved from Shanghai to Xi'an. Now it is stayed in Xi'an for more than 60 years. And for your information, the Xi'an was located in the very center of China. And as you can see, the Xi'an located in the Shanxi province, and it is also located in the center of the Shanxi province. And as the capital of Shanxi province, Xi'an city is the political, economic, and cultural center in the northwestern region of China. And with regard to higher education, Xi'an ranks 4th in the countries next to Beijing, Shanghai, and Wuhan. It is also an important center for scientific research in China. Okay, Xi'an is ancient capital of China, and it is a city with very long history. So Xi'an, formerly known as Chang'an, the connotation of this name is permanent peace, finds his origin 3,100 years back at the Yellow River. During these years, Chang'an has been the capital of China for a period of 13 dynasties, such as Western Zhou dynasty, etc., Tang, Han, and etc. Xi'an marked the starting point of the world-famous Silk Road. It is starting point, right? It obtains its present name in the year of 1369. So there are many ancient interests in and around Xi'an cities. Okay, so this is the ancient city, and the Xi'an University was located just on the southeast corner here. And also we have several campuses. For example, in the main campus, the Xinjiang campus is here. And then we have Qujiang campus, Yanda campus, and also the new campus named as the I-Harbor. I will mention it later. And this is the very large campus, and it's about 25 kilometers west from the main campus. And we have the shuttle bus, and also there is a subway just connected the two campus. Okay, so in the city of Xi'an, we have a very clear 4 seasons. As you can see here, the lowest temperature is about 0 degrees Celsius. So we get snow and ice here in the winter. And in the summer, the temperature is about 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, right? So the 4 seasons is very, very clear. So in the university, we have 26 schools and about 12 clinic teaching hospitals, right? So mainly we have engineering, chemicals, mechanics, and I mean the medicals and economics, right? Here is my school, the School of Energy and Power Engineering. So Zhongguo University, short for XJTU, is a comprehensive university with science, engineering, and medicine as its main focus. It has 5,561 faculties and staff, including 2,861 full-time teachers, right? So it has over 30,000 full-time students, among which near half are graduate students. It's a very large size. And we have many academicians of Chinese Academy of Science and also Chinese Academy of Engineering. As you can see here, we have 29 academicians of the Chinese Academy of Science and the Chinese Academy of Engineering, including 17 adjunct academicians 57,000 tenant program processors, and 57 Ministry of Education Changjiang Scholars programs. These are a part of the pictures of the academics. And as you can see, 17, there are four of the academy was belong to the School of Energy and Power Engineering. And also here is one of the Chinese Academy of Engineering. Okay, so all of the university, we have 11 state key laboratories and national centers. And here the 3 of them was in red, was belong to the Energy and Power Engineering School. They are a state K lab of multi-phase flow in power engineering, the state K lab at the state laboratory for fluid machinery, and also a National Engineering Research Center for fluid machinery and compressors. I was belong to these 2 laboratories. Okay, so this is the history of the School of Energy and Power Engineering. It was started in 1921 and in Shanghai, and then in 1956 it is moved to Xi'an with the whole university, and in 2019 we moved to the technical innovation harbor of Western China, or we usually call it for short for I-Harbor. Okay, so how about the school? The school was ranked #1 in China in this field. Okay, so the chair of the advisory committee of the discipline of power engineering and engineering thermal physics, the city council, and the chair of the teaching guidance committee of energy and power major category specialty, the Ministry of Education. So in the ranking of the Ministry of Education, we are always placed in the #1 place. Okay. The ranking was changed every 5 years. We stay in the #1 for over 10 years. Okay, the specialty of energy and power engineering ranked #1 in China. The discipline of power engineering and engineering thermal physics ranked #1 in the tenant cultivation. And also we have these characteristics. For example, the largest scale, we have the most number of teacher and the most number of students. And the most complete subject set, outstanding faculties, and advanced experimental facilities. In 2017, Xi'an University selected as the list of double first-class university project, which aim to ultimately build a number of world-class universities and disciplines by the end of 2015. In an effort to make China an international higher education power, the following are the selected 8 disciplines. As you can see, the power engineering and engineering thermal physics, which belongs to our school, was listed in the list. Okay, so this one is the first class disciplines, and under these disciplines we have 12 branches, right? They are, for example, they are thermal engineering, thermal power engineering, thermal power and control engineering, etc. And also the fluid machinery and engineering was my research field, and it contains about the compressors, the pumps, and a lot of complex phenomena of fluid engineering. So in our school, we have 134 professors and 125 associate professors. And the faculty and staff was about 428. It is very large school, right? And over 98.5 people have a degree, PhD degree, both abroad and overseas. Yes, for the 428 teachers, as you can see, we get a pyramid of the talent and innovative research groups. So for the academicians and also the outstanding scholars and outstanding young scholars, and also the research teams and groups. And for your information, we have 4 disciplines. The major one is the energy and power engineering. And the second one is the nuclear engineering and technology. And third one is the renewable energy science and engineering. And also the environmental engineering. And we have a very large number of undergraduate students, about 3,225. And also the master degree is about 5, the master's to the PhD student is about 5 to 1. Okay, so in our school, we have a very bright history and also very bright honors. For example, for the sports meetings, we won champion for 4 consecutive years. We were always the number one school. And there are some academic meetings, conference, symposium, and workshops, and also we encourage students to travel a lot and to visit the corporations, to visit the governments, and etc. Okay, we have more than 14 national awards in natural science, technological innovation, and progress in science and technology. 12 national awards in natural science, technological innovation, and progress in science, and also technology since 2009. It's over 157 provincial level awards in natural science, etc. Okay, we sponsored and held 30 international academic conference in the past 6 years. And for your information, these four conference was held in a series, and especially the first one was started in 1984, and now it's still going on and have a very large effective all over the world. This is some pictures of the conference. And the cooperative relationship and international students, as you can see, EPE, which is short for Energy, Power, and Engineering, and set up cooperative relationship with and signed agreement with over 46 overseas universities and organizations. Until now, we recruit about 50 to 70 graduate students. It's about 20 to 30 PhD students. And the undergraduate student is not that much, but we are very welcome the students over the world to go into our school to read the undergraduate student. And there are some cooperation with American universities. For example, we have signed an MOU with the University of Minnesota, and we have a very tight relationship with the University of Minnesota. And we every year we send about 30 undergraduate students to the University of Minnesota to take their courses and their tests, and also do some cooperations and research projects. We also invite the very famous professors from the overseas back to the campus of Xi'an University to give courses and lectures to the students. And they also take the full courses, for example, 32 hours or 46 or 64 hours to the students. the whole courses. And also we are cooperated with the Asian universities. For example, we are cooperated with the LG Corporation and also the Busan National Universities. And we have a very close relationship. And we also send students to the university and the corporation for internship. Okay, we also cooperate with the Russian universities, and we visit their lab and invite them to cooperate with our projects. Okay, we have established new conferences. For example, this one I said, it's the International Summit of Energy Science and Technology. In this summit conference, we invite the researchers from the government and also from the international corporations and the frontier of the processors come to this conference and give the students and the university, the teachers, the earliest or the latest research results. And also we said the UASR. What is UASR? The University Airlines of the Silk Road. We set up these airlines, and now until now it's nearly 130 universities from the 31 countries and regions have participated into the UASR. So the university all come from the Silk Road. You mean the Silk Road from the continent and also the Silk Road from the overseas. I mean from the by the ship, by the boat, right? Okay, and these airlines, we also established energy sub aliens of the universities, aliens of the Silk Road. And now it's about 60 universities from 20 countries have registered in this ESA UASR members. Okay, this is the I have mentioned the iHarbor. It's the technical innovation harbor of Western China. As you can see, it is 25 kilometers west from the main campus, and it's just beside the river. It's a very beautiful place, and we have a lot of buildings and a lot of accommodations for the students and for the laboratories, right? And as you can see, the classroom and the meeting room are very large and bright, and students can talk and discuss with each other with very comfortable places, and also they do experiments. Okay. And during the study time in the campus and in the school, there are a lot of activities for international students. For example, there are a Chinese contest for the languages, and also there are marathon from the City Wall, and also we are invited to see a lot of ancient interests, right? A lot of activities. Okay, so I just introduced the university and also the School of Energy and Power Engineering briefly. And if you want to see more about the school and the university, you can check about the website of the university. And also, this is the website of the school. And also, if you want to ask some question or want to ask help to find the right professors, you can also send emails to me. I will try my best to do some help. Okay. So this is all for the introduction about the school and about the university. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thanks to Professor Sun's very detailed introduction about the School of Energy and Power Engineering. Well, I believe through Professor Sun's introduction, you must have some basic idea of what to study in the School of Energy and Power Engineering and in XJTU as well. So in the second part from the admission office of School of International Education, I'm going to walk you through all the application infos of XJTU. Briefly, just how to apply for us and what scholarships we are offering. So let me just share my presentation. Okay, well. Okay, so guys, can you see my slides on the screen? I'm sharing my presentation.
Yes.
Okay, great. So as Professor Sun have already give you some information about the university and of the school as well, so I will just skip the overlapped content and just jump to the part of how to join XJTU. So as Professor Sun has introduced, we have quite a comprehensive educational system from bachelor to master and PhD, all open for international students. So what's the eligibility to apply for XJTU? Now, first we come to the bachelor level. If you graduated from high school and you're interested in apply to XJTU, then this is our basic requirements for international bachelors. So first of all, you have to be between 18 to 25 years of age and in good health status. And you have to get a valid form . Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry for the network issue, and now I'm back. So I'll continue my introduction. Okay. Yeah, so as we were speaking, the application time for the bachelor is now open from November 15th, 2022 to June 30th, 2023. So if you're interested, you're welcome to apply now. And when it comes to the postgraduate level for the master's and PhD candidates, the basic requirements, it's still a valid passport and in good health. And the age limit and diploma requirement for master is to have a bachelor degree and be under 35 years of age. And for doctoral applicants, you have to get a master degree and be 40 years of age to apply for us. The application schedule now is still open from November 1st, 2022 to April 15th, 2023. If you are interested in the Chinese government scholarship, then you have to apply before the end of February, because this year the deadline for uploading the recommendation list of CSE scholarship is earlier. So you have to complete your application before the end of February. Here, I want to mention that special attention for the doctoral applicants is that this year we are asking for some recommendations from the PhD applicants. So if you want to apply for our PhD program, then you have to first, master as well, you have to first go through these two links to get to know the program list we have and check whether the professors or the major need the recommendation letter from the professors. Then you can contact the professors in advance before your application. And you can maybe send an email or even get some online interview with the professor, and then you can get the recommendation letter, which will help your applications. So for the foundation program, it's a program before the bachelor level. It's like if you graduated from high school and you are not sure if you are able to directly start your bachelor level, then you can get this foundation program. It's basically like a gap year between the high school and the bachelor study. So when it comes to the most important part is the application documents, basically what you have prepared for the application to XJTU. So first of all, we need the highest diploma, which means if you apply for PhD, then we need a master diploma. If you're applying for master, then we need a bachelor diploma corresponding. The second one is the transcript in that period of study, because we have to check if you have finished the diploma and how is your academic performance. The third part is the language proficiency. As we have talked, because our programs are mainly taught in Chinese or in English, there are two different types. As for the School of Energy and Power Engineering, in the postgraduate level, the master and PhD program are given in English. So we're asking for your English language proficiency certificate. It can be issued by your current university that as a proof that you can be taught in English, or you can give us your IELTS or TOEFL transcript. The next one is the photocopy of your passport. And still you have to complete an original physical examination record for foreigners. This is there's a format for this record, which can be downloaded from our school's website. After all these documents, you have to pay an application fee, which is 500 RMB for the self-sponsored program and 800 RMB for the scholarship programs. And there might be other required documents, and we will contact you by email. So there are a few notes we want you to put emphasis on, which is the first one: the documents need to be scanned and uploaded into the application system. We need your documents to be clear enough to be checked, because in the system, we can only open your PDF or your photos of the documents. And sometimes it's very blurry. So we cannot check it clear enough, and we will need you to re-upload. The second note is that incomplete applications will be rejected, which means that if you fail to upload all the required documents and fill in all the basic information, then your application will be incomplete. Well, before we reject your application, we will return your application to your account for you to revise it, but it's only for one time. And the last note is that all the notarized Chinese or English versions are required, because this is only the two language versions we can recognize. If your documents are given in Spanish or in Russian or in other languages, then you need to translate and notarize it into Chinese or English language. And here you can see that we have this online application system, and in the middle is the link to the system. And now everything about your application can be done online in this system. So here are 5 major steps for you to complete your application. The first one is register. You have to go to our system and create your application account. The second step is to fill in your personal information, well, including your study plan and all the application informations and maybe your family infos. The third step is to upload all the necessary application documents I just mentioned. And the fourth step is to pay the application fee. And after that, your application will be completed. And we're going to contact you by system message as well as email for further evaluation or online interview. And for a detailed information of how to apply and how to use the application system, you can find on our school's website, the School of International Education, and there is a special column for the application guide. There's a step-by-step information for you to create application account and finish all the steps of application. And here is how to contact us. As you can see, we are now, besides the traditional telephone, fax, email, and website, we are now having our official account on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We have opened our official account on these three platforms and update all our application infos and school introduction, and also post some very beautiful photos of XJTU for you to check. And on the right side is our QR code for the WeChat group of admission Q&A. If you have any question, you can scan this QR code and join our WeChat group. That I think is the most quickly way to get contact to us. I think I have also skipped some part of the scholarships. I will get to it here. So according to the comprehensive education level from bachelor to master to PhD, we also have a corresponding scholarship system. Well, to start with is the bachelor scholarship. It's called International Freshman Scholarship. If you're applying for the bachelor major, then the scholarship is divided into three levels. The first level is an exemption from all the tuition fee of first year, and there is also a monthly living allowance. The second and third prize will be 50% and 30% exemption of your first year's tuition fee. And all the three levels will have a monthly living allowance from 800 to 1500 RMB per month. And when it comes to other master and PhD and non-degree level, we have these four major scholarship programs. The first one is the Chinese government scholarship. As you are, maybe you are most familiar with this one. This scholarship in XJTU is mostly offered for master and PhD, the postgraduate levels. If you get it, then there will be a free tuition and accommodation and comprehensive medical insurance and a monthly living allowance, which is 3,000 for master and 3,500 for PhD. Following that is the XJTU Siyuan scholarship. This scholarship is also mainly for the master and PhD level. There will be an exemption of tuition fee and a monthly living allowance. Well, this scholarship is also divided into three levels, but I think the amount of monthly living allowance is even to the CSE scholarship, and maybe the first level is even higher than the CSE scholarship. And on the right side is the Xi'an Belt and Road Scholarship given by the Xi'an city government. Well, it's mainly a 10-month monthly living allowance scholarship, and in order to make it better, we have already add some content into this scholarship, which is free tuition. And that means if you get the Xi'an Belt and Road Scholarship, there will be a plus, which is the exemption of tuition fee and a monthly living allowance. Well, in the middle is the International Chinese Language Teachers Scholarship. This is mainly for the Chinese language students. So I think, again, I want to show you our contact information here because I think most of you have different kinds of questions and you want to know different kinds of information. So here, if you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, that will be the best. And if you have some, personal or more detailed question, you can also join our WeChat group by scanning this QR code. Again, we truly welcome you to join XJTU and especially the School of Energy and Power Engineering, because as Professor Sun have introduced, this is the top School of Energy in China. If you want to get the education in the area of energy and power engineering, I believe XJTU and the School of Energy and Power Engineering is the best choice for you. And we also welcome students from different countries to join us because in the past 3 years, due to the COVID-19, we cannot actually see you in person in the university. But from this year, our border is open, and you can, if you're applying now, then the intake is September 2023, which by then you can definitely come here to study in China, in our campus. So welcome again. Welcome to join XJTU. And if you have any question, you can type in the chatting room for us to see it. And yeah, we will see the chatting room and find some, answer your questions. Well, that's a lot. Let me check from the beginning. Well, I see some questions of other schools and majors because, well, I want to make it clear with you that this is a serial online webinar, including the School of Energy and Power Engineering, and other different schools will also be invited to give you this kind of webinar. Actually, today, after this one, there is a webinar for the School of Material Science and Engineering. You are also welcome to join. And in the following days, there will be different schools and different majors. We will also invite professors from those schools to give you an introduction. And we will also be here to walk you through the applications. The scholarship application for student scholarship and CSE scholarship is all open now. You can go to the online application system and create your account to apply for that. Well, if you're trying to give me your personal information about which university you graduated from and your GPA, then I suggest you to just try to apply in the system first and try for our application, because so far we are having not that strict requirements for the applicants. We welcome more and more students to try for XJTU. And yes, we do have a selection, but you have to try first. And let me show you again my presentation. I think there is the information you need. Okay, here. So this is the website. This is the website for our School of International Education. And on this website, there will be a detailed brochure of how to apply and all the programs we are offering, including Bachelor, Master, and PhD. You can check all the, detailed requirements you need. I think this is the best way to get all the information you need. And we do have a very comprehensive education system. Speaking of the major and here. Speaking of the majors and schools we have, you can see from this slide that almost all the major subjects are covered here in XJTU. You can select from engineering, management, economics, law, literature, science, art, philosophy, and even medicine. So totally 31 schools are here in XJTU, and you can see a lot of schools in the area of engineering, but in the same time, we still have School of Medicine, Economics, Management in other different areas. So you can see that as a university, as a comprehensive university, we have a focus on science and engineering, of course, but we are also offering a quite comprehensive system for you to get educated. So basically all the major subjects can be found in XJTU, and that's why we need you to go to the school's website to check the detailed list of all the different programs and in different schools. Yeah, thanks to my colleague. This is in the chatting room, this is the link for our School of International Education. Well, if well, I see questions regarding the language proficiency. If you have that certificate issued by your current university or institute, that's enough. You don't have to give us IELTS or TOEFL. Either the language proficiency certificate or IELTS or TOEFL, 1 out of 3 is enough. You don't have to give all the 3 of them. But oh yeah, I see questions about Duolingo. I'm sorry, but so far we cannot recognize that. Only the language proficiency certificate and TOEFL and IELTS, only the 3. Yeah. Well, if you're, I see students graduating this year. Well, if you can make sure that you graduate before the September of 2023, then you can apply now. And when you are applying, as you do not have the official diploma, you can ask your university to give you a pre-graduation proof to prove that you are going to graduate before the September 2023. Then you can upload this instead of your diploma. Yeah, for all those of you who have not get the official diploma, the substitute is the pre-graduation or the HOPE certificate of your current university. Okay, I see questions regarding the Siyuan scholarship. Well, again, I want to come back to my slide. I'm sorry. All right, here. Well, you can see on this slide, the Siyuan scholarship is an exemption of tuition fee and a monthly living allowance. It's basically similar to the Xi'an Belt and Road scholarship. Well, the difference is that the Xi'an Belt and Road scholarship is a better option for the students, for the applicants, because the monthly living allowance given by Xi'an city government is maybe higher, because it is also divided into 3 levels. And for the PhD, well, for the first level, the PhD is 4,500. The master is 3,500. It's the first level. And on the second level for PhD is 3,000, and for a master is 2,500. And when it comes to the Siyuan scholarship, then it's only 1,700 RMB per month. Am I clear? Because yeah, the amount of money is different. Yeah, this is the major difference. Well, I see questions about other majors and other schools. Once again, I suggest you to go to the school's website to check, because all the teaching language and majors and schools are all listed on the School of International Education's website. Yeah, there is a very detailed list for you to check. And again, I welcome you to apply for this, to follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, because as you know, this webinar is a serial webinar, and this is going to be this is going to be not only about the School of Power Engineering, but of all the schools in XJTU. So there will be an updated schedule, and will be posted on these 3 different platforms. So it's better for you to follow us. Well, the Siyuan scholarship does not include the medical insurance or accommodation. It's only a free tuition and a monthly living allowance, just these 2. So, well, I think maybe the scholarship is the most attracting one. So I will come back to this. As you can see on this slide, that the CSE scholarship is the most comprehensive one. From tuition to accommodation to medical insurance to a monthly living allowance is all covered in CSE scholarship. And that's why when we are accepting your applications, we truly suggest you or welcome you to try for CSE first, because if you fail for CSE in XJTU, if you did not get recommended for CSE scholarship, we will still consider you for the Xi'an Belt and Road Scholarship or the XJTU Xi'an Scholarship. You don't have to apply twice, right? So that's, I think it's much more convenient for you to apply just in one time and select all these 3 different type of scholarships. Well, for the scholarship, we are not, dividing students according to nations. All the students from different countries are welcome to apply for us. And if you want to try for the CSE scholarship, then you have to finish your application before the end of February. Yes, I will just, yeah, I think I better type here. The deadline is February 28th, 2023. Yeah, that's it. And the professor's recommendation is not necessary, but I suggest you to do that, to contact the professors in advance, because it's going to help you in the session of evaluation and the school's online interview, because that will prove you have been recognized or even accepted by professors in advance. That's definitely going to help your application. Well, there is no link for different schools. You have to, again, here. You have to go to the online application system here. Well, this is the link for the online application system. When you go into the system, you can choose the different schools and different programs you want to study. Well, let me just let me just give you this link in the chatting room. Here, okay, yeah. So this is the link for the application system. You have to go into the system and follow the 5 steps to finish your application. In the system, you can choose the School of Energy and Power Engineering, of course, and all the other different schools in XJTU. As for the criteria for CSE scholarship, we're trying to select the best applicants out of all of you to try for the CSE scholarship. So we do not have a criteria right now because that's kind of determined by all the applicants. Well, it depends on this year's applicants' average level. Then we can decide. Actually, we are only selecting top 100 students to try for the CSE scholarship. And so far, we still welcome you to apply and to try. But if unfortunately you cannot get the CSE, then we'll still consider you for the Siyuan and the Xi'an Belt and Road Scholarship. Well, if the professor is not responding to your email, then you can still try to apply just to us. Because after you apply to us, and we will still like pack all the applicants and send to different schools for them to evaluate. Well, if you're applying to us, we suggest you to apply by yourself. Well, especially if you're applying for the scholarship programs like CSE and Siyuan and Belt and Road Scholarship. When you are trying for scholarship, you are suggested to apply by yourself, right? Because this application system is open for all the students, and you can fill in all the information and upload the documents by yourself, because that's, well, there are 3 main things for you to do in the process of application. Just go to the system, fill in the information, upload the documents, that's it. And then pay the application fee after you receive our notice, that's it. Then you can just only, you can wait for our invitation for online interview or for the evaluation. I think you can do this by yourself. Well, the link of CSE, I think you have to find it on the CSE website. And also you can find in our brochure for the CSE application. I think here, yeah. You go to our school's website and there is a scholarship and payment column, as you can see here. Yeah. Scholarship and payment column, there is a brochure for CSE scholarship, and the link and all the steps for applying to CSE is all listed there. And to apply for XJTU, no, it's not free. You have to pay an application fee. The application fee is 800 RMB, 800 RMB for the scholarship programs. Not only the CSE scholarship, as long as you're applying for all the scholarships here, you have to pay 800. And if you want to apply by self-sponsor, which means you can pay all the tuition fee and all the fee covered by yourself, you'll try for self-sponsor, then the application fee is 500. Okay, I think I should also type here 800 RMB for scholarship. Yeah, and 500 RMB for self-sponsor. Yeah, that's the application fee. Well, so far I think well, in January and February it's the peak season for application. So we welcome you to finish your application by the end of February, because that's the latest time for you to try all the scholarships in one application. Because after February 28th, the CSE application will be closed, because we have to report the recommended students in March to CSE, and that means that will be too late for you to apply for CSE to us. So I truly suggest all the master and PhD applicants to finish your application before February 28, 2023 in our application system. That's like to maximize your chance to get scholarships, right? And I think today's recording is going to be posted to YouTube, and it's like an advertisement. Yes, you are suggested to follow us, because we are going to upload all the recorded webinars, including today and all the other sessions before, and going to upload on YouTube and also on the Instagram and Facebook for you to check. Yeah, thanks to my colleague. This is the link for our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Oh yeah, that's a very good question. I forgot to mention this. If you want to try for the CSE scholarship, you have to do actually 2 applications, one in our university system and the other one in the CSE portal. You have to firstly do the application in the CSE portal and get the CSE application form. And then together with all the other application documents to upload in our university's application system. So it's like a 2-step application. First in the CSE portal and get the application form. And the second step is to finish in our university's application system. Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. Well, I mean, not the top 100 students will get the CSE scholarship, because, well, I'll put it this way. The CSE policy has changed since last year. The university will recommend students to CSE, and CSE will organize all the recommended students from all the Chinese universities to be selected by a national committee. Well, that means there will be a lot of professors from different areas to go through all the students from all the universities and select the best students to get the CSE scholarship. So that means we only recommend the top 100 students, but how many of them, how many of you can get the scholarship, it depends on the national committee. You have to be, all your documents will be selected and evaluated by the national committee, and then we will get the result. But in last year, in 2022, we were allowed to recommend 50 students, and it's 47 out of the 50 students get the CSE scholarship. I just want to emphasize that we might have one of the top percentage of students getting passed, and this year we still want to, well, keep that focus. So that's why we are having quite a long selection process, including the documents evaluation and an online interview to select the top 100 students to get the CIC scholarship. Okay, so I think, yeah, there is a lot of questions, and I think we have answered most of the questions so far. I have to say sorry because we have another session in an hour. So for this session, I'm afraid we have to close it now and going to get prepared for the next session. The next session will be the School of Material Science and Engineering, and Professor Fang from that school will join us here in the meeting room. I think the meeting room number and passcode is still the same, and in an hour, we are going to meet again. Still, yeah, I will still cover all my introduction again to you, including the scholarship and application. And then Professor Fang will give you an introduction of School of Material Science. So this session, I think that's pretty much everything. And I hope I can see you again in roughly an hour. Okay, thank you. And thanks to Professor Sun again for your very detailed introduction of School of Energy and Power Engineering. And I think this is the end of this session, and thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again later. And if you want to check other schools session, then you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the schedule. Thanks again, and it's very nice meeting you. Bye-bye.